On the video that I published yesterday, I showed you guys how to make Szechuan chicken and pasta. Now today my cousin Effie and I are going to sit down and eat the meal and chat about our childhood. Welcome to the Bear Pantry Show. If you're looking for authentic Belizean recipes, then you're in the right place. My name is Barbara and this is Cooking Made Simple. Alright guys, so I hope you guys can't hear the fan because Effie says she can't eat all the spice under these hot lights without a fan. Alright, Effie, you got a fork there.
Okay.
And you might want to know what this is. This is some sugar because if the food's too hot for me and my mouth gets burnt up, I will do this. Put some sugar on it. That's what they taught us when we were little, right, Eff?
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, shout out to my cousin Effie.
Hi, guys.
Effie's mom and my mom were sisters. You guys know my mom's passed, right? So Effie brought her own paper towel.
Yeah, because they never have paper towel here.
It's not like I haven't told the people we don't buy paper towel. Very seldom, Effie. Because the kids waste it. So we use cloth for everything. So this is the Szechuan chicken, in case you guys don't know what it is. Go back and watch the video before this one where I made the chicken. And then the video before that one, I made the sauce. The Szechuans. We've never tasted it, right?
No.
We didn't even taste it when we were cooking.
This is the first time I'm tasting.
So Joe and Joshua already tasted it. They totally expected it to be sweet. So it kind of threw them because they thought it was going to be like the sweet and sour chicken or the orange chicken, but it's not sweet. It's supposed to be spicy. Some people put ketchup in their dish. I didn't put any. Why? I think because I kind of forgot.
This is spicy. After this, you'll have to say, this girl is on fire.
It's hot. I don't think I want it sweet though, right, F?
The taste is good, but just I think there may be just a little less pepper.
So a little bit less of the Szechuan sauce. You know, other people's recipe had green chili, they had red chili, they had all type of other peppers in them. Like, does this thing hot enough?
Yeah.
I like how the chicken is crunchy. You don't like onion, right?
No, I don't.
Well, I made them big so you could pick them out, alright?
Okay.
Okay, F. So let's tell the viewers a little bit more about us. So we were raised together, more like sisters than cousins.
Yeah.
Because Effie and her sister lived with my grandparents, which is our grandparents, our mother's people. And we lived there for a time off and on, and we also just went there every summer. So there was 8 of us that Grandma and Grandpa raised, along with my grandmother's 2 sisters. They helped raise us. That's why we're such decent people. I always tell people that.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe if Tanine, Aunt Grace, and Mama didn't raise us, maybe we would have been hussies. And that's why our mothers weren't hussies. No, in England they call it prosies. So I call us 8 the famous 8. I'm gonna break it. We don't know hopefully with no chopstick, okay?
I was telling Robbie the other day how Papa used to bang hooky for school. Take his school bag, I throw it underneath the vat.
It was only my older brother and one male cousin that was 2 years younger than me. And he didn't like school. I remember Papi came home one time with $1. And Tanine asked him, where you get that $1 from? And he said that when he went to school in the morning, he had 5 cents. And he just prayed really, really hard, and by the end of the day, that $1 appeared out of the 5 cents.
What? He's like the Chinese man. Like a dollar something.
So you trying to make $1?
And a 50
You better shut up.
He made $1.
So they knew he stole it, so they beat him. We don't know where he got it from, though, from a teacher or somebody. Because back in those days, it was the 70s, so $1 was a lot of money, right? I couldn't find the chow mein or the lo mein, so we just used angel hair pasta.
Tastes good though.
I like it. The sweet and sour chicken is a different taste, but that stuff put me in a coma. It's too sweet. When are you having your next cup?
This is soda and 7-Up, and the other one is water. So in case the 7-Up doesn't work, I drink the water.
That's what I told her. Don't eat soda or drink soda when you're eating spicy stuff because it makes it worse. It inflames it. So, if you came to America in 2003, right? How old were you?
I was 32, was going to be 33 that same year.
Her birthday is in May. So you've been here for a while. Like 16 years?
16 years. I came in April.
I've been here.
Forever.
I know. I can't even do the math anymore. I came here when I was 15 and I'm 53. She's right, it is forever. Effie, I know you've been to Chicago. Where else you been? What other state? Indiana?
Indiana. Only those two. I haven't been anywhere else. And California. That's it.
I know when you
and
went.
Vegas, if that's a different state.
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah.
Never been to Texas? What do you like about Chicago?
I don't
Did
really
you go
like-
when it was summer?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But it was hot when I went that time. It was very hot. And Chicago have a lot of street names just like out here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They have Martin Luther King Street. They have Lafayette. They have a lot of streets. My sister was living out there. I told her, these people steal all our name for a street from California.
I think a lot of streets are named after trees. You know? Well, of course, Martin Luther King Street was named after Martin Luther King, but a lot of streets are named after trees.
You know they have a street name out here like me, named Effie. It's somewhere like in Pasadena areas.
Really?
Yeah.
They have a whole area named Joshua Tree. Named after Josh, this thing that burned me. When we're done with this, I have to go make another batch.
Without pepper.
No, the pepper is built into the Szechuan sauce.
I have to not to put the sauce up there.
And then it's not gonna be Szechuan chicken. You know, I can't say the word.
How much of the sauce did you put up here?
I put the sugar in word. At first I started with 1.5 tablespoons in the whole batch. And then I put another 1/2 tablespoon, so it was like 2 tablespoons.
Oh, maybe next time just put 1 instead of 2. I don't know if I could eat all this thing with all this pepper. My mouth is gonna start to be on fire, you reckon?
I bit something that tastes good, just not I don't know what I bit. The cabbage. The cabbage is sweet. Jada gonna love this. She love hot. I'm telling you guys.
And then how about that other pepper that you were taking out the seed? That's the next pepper that's in here too.
That's the only pepper that's in here.
Oh, that's in the
In sauce.
Oh, I thought you put that in the mixer. Oh, okay.
So I got that red pepper. I forget the name of it. It's in the video. The pepper that I used to make the red chili sauce. That's a few videos back. I used that. But when I made the red chili sauce, it wasn't hot. So I think the California peppers tamed it down.
Oh, okay.
Well, this sucker hot. So, Effie is 5 years younger than I am. She and I have the distinct honor of being her Aunt Jenny's wedding.
Yeah. It was.
I was 10, you were 5. At the time? We were bridesmaid because back in them days they didn't have no grown woman
Yeah.
being no bridesmaid. They do it like the British way. It's little kids that are bride. We were not flower girls. We were bridesmaids.
Yeah.
So Effie lives in LA, and she's between jobs right now. So that's why she says, "I'll come see you for your birthday." So her husband dropped her off at the beach. We had a good time over there. And then yesterday, girl, I spent the entire day going through my bank book.
I know.
And
This is the onion, huh?
the onion, put it right here. The bank book, it's not like the bank book. It's to put it in the program. You guys know I started putting it in the program. And I stopped. After VidCon, I did a week of it and I stopped. And I needed like 3 more hours to get it done. And then I did it. And to do it on the big screen TV. So I'm like, I'm not going to edit any videos. When I was done, I went to go look for my accounts because you have the chart of accounts in the accounting program. And I didn't find any chart of accounts that said cost of goods. And I sold these books. So where's the cost of goods? When I set up the book item, or the item for the book, I set it up as a service. Like if I'm like actually doing a service instead of selling something. So I had to go reset that up, make a new item list, make the other one inactive. And I had to go through every book sale. Like over 200 books.
Boy. I got your work
Did you
cut
see
out.
me cry one spell and had Joshua come do it? And I said, Joshua, could you come help me do this? To change every one of them over to this item in every sale that I did. I'll go clean up the kitchen. I was so happy to clean up the kitchen last night. I'm like, Lord have mercy, why? I messed that up. But I already know though. I know what I've made so far. I know what I've not made. So I know what to report, because if I make too much, then you have to like pay in some taxes before the year ends, or you're going to be in deep doo-doo. You know? I'm good. I didn't make too much. I had to know. So, anyway, I'm going to ask Effie if a certain topic is off limits. And if it is, then we'll cut that part out, okay? Is it off limits to talk about your surgery?
No.
I'm good? Okay. You saw how I whispered and asked her? So when Effie first came to America, Effie was battling a tumor. They call it a tumor, right? Not a mass?
It was a tumor. I thought it wasn't cancer.
I wonder what's the difference between a mass and a tumor.
I don't know.
You think a
They
mass
said
is
mine was a
cancerous? And the tumor is not? What's the difference? Is it the size? Maybe it's the size. You know, when it's too big, it's a mass. When it's smaller, it's a tumor?
Maybe.
We'll have to research it. Anyhow, it was a non-cancerous tumor or mass that was in her brain, okay? And if it was perfectly fine, and then suddenly you couldn't see, right? Like, not totally blind though, right? But just
No,
having
but
difficulty seeing?
Especially to read stuff, I was working at the time at this warehouse, and they gave me a paper for me to read off the stuff so the guys could load up the truck. And all I see was a white paper. I didn't see nothing on that paper.
Ooh.
And I asked, the guy, it was me and another guy that's reading off the thing, and he's calling the stuff, like, and I said, where you see that? And he said, right there. I said, And I had to go like this, and I said, I don't see nothing up there. And so I went to the
eye doctor, right?
Yeah, I thought, well, maybe I need glasses. So I went to the eye doctor, and he tested my eyes, and he said he doesn't see anything wrong with my eyes. So I said, but I can't see to read or anything. I don't know. And
When he tested it, did you have to read the letters like when you test your glasses? Were you able to see those?
Yeah.
Okay. So you think it was the white background that messed you up on the paper?
Oh, I don't know why, or maybe because the words were too small. Because on the thing that you do, the letters wasn't so small, you know.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what it was, but I couldn't see what was on the paper. And when he tested my eye, he said he didn't see anything wrong with it. So he said maybe it's something inside my head. So he'll send me to do
A scan?
yeah, because they didn't have MRI at the time in Belize. And he sent me to do that. And when they took the scan, they saw that there was a tumor on my brain. The doctor said it was as big as my fist.
And it was sitting on the optical nerve, right?
Yes. And so he said I need to do surgery. To get it off. Yeah, he said apparently I had it a long time, but it was a slow growing tumor.
You remember mommy used to have a thing back here?
Yeah.
Our grandmother used to have a thing back here. It started small when we were little and it grew to the size of a grapefruit, but it was soft and gelatinous and whatever. And she never cut it off because she was afraid. And we always felt like that thing pressed on something and gave her those strokes.
Yeah.
We don't know. That's
And
just
she
us
used to
saying.
always have seizures, remember? She used to always
She had these ischemic type.
Yeah.
Well, not this. She had the ischemic type stroke. She didn't have the brain bleeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they said for that I need to do a surgery to get it out because eventually if I don't take it out it's gonna get bigger and I'm gonna lose my vision completely and it can kill me. And
Because it's fighting for space, right?
yeah. And so
Her dad was living here.
yeah, my dad was living out here at the time.
He
and-
worked for a good hospital.
Yeah, and I didn't even know that they had called him and asked him if I could come here to do the surgery. I didn't even know that. But Roger and I guess Michael and my mom and
Those
everybody
are
got
those are
together.
uncles.
Yeah, they all got together and they had this meeting. And they told my sister Sally to call my dad and ask him if it's okay for me to come do the surgery because they don't think Belize is equipped to do a surgery like that. And so he said sure, and I came out here and let's say I arrive in tonight. Tomorrow morning he took me straight to the hospital. But they didn't keep me in right away. They just like run different tests on me, and then they said that they were gonna call me whenever they're ready to do the surgery. And so I came out here in April, and I didn't do that surgery till on July the 9th. I think I did that surgery.
I didn't realize it took that long
Yeah,
because we went to the hospital to
and that's
see you,
because my dad had to get after them because the nurse every time they set a date for me to do the surgery, they call me when it's coming close to cancel it and to put it for a later date. So one time my dad told him, told the nurse, he said, how come every time you guys set a date, you keep moving the date? What's going on? So the nurse tell him, he said, well, there's more emergency stuff than what I have, so they put me off to do those people.
That would probably mean somebody is having cancer.
So, well, apparently, one time she had called and my dad got upset and he told them, he said, I'm tired of this. Every time you guys set a date and then you call and cancel, what's going on? And the nurse got upset and the nurse hung up the phone and went and told the doctor that my dad cursed her out. And the doctor called back my dad and said, Mr. Castor, I really don't appreciate that you cursing out my nurses because these nurses are overworked and underpaid. Well, my dad said, and you think they are alone? He said, I am overworked and underpaid too. I said,
What you need to know about Effie Dad is he's not right. He's not right in the brain.
Anyways, eventually they set a date and I went in to do the surgery and my surgery was for I think it was 14 hours. They had me sleeping for them to do the surgery. And
I remember you weren't scared. Why were you not
so
scared?
I don't know. For some reason, I was not scared at all. Let me tell you, when I went in to the surgery, and the anesthesia guy was there sitting down talking to me, and I told him, I said, I'm not gonna go sleep, So he said, really? I said, yeah. He said, why? I said, because I want to see what they're gonna do to me. So I'm not going to go sleep. So he said, okay. And he sit there and he talked to me. All this time, I didn't realize that he already put the stuff in my IV. And I didn't even know when I was
He
out of
messed
there.
you up.
I didn't even know when I was out of there. And after the surgery, when I woke up, my dad was there, and he said that he heard this person making a lot of noise. And the doctor came out and told my dad that everything went okay. And so he asked if he could see me. The doctor said not yet because I'm still under the drugs, and let me wear off a little bit. So he asked the doctor if he can come see me. The doctor said yes, but give me a little time first for the drug to wear off. So eventually, I don't know how long he took before he came inside, and he did. And when he came in, this is another joke. He said he came to me and he rubbed my hand and said, he said, this is Dad. He said I love you. He said, you okay? So I tell her, this time the 3 doctors that did surgery on me was at the foot of my bed. And I told him, I said, you see those 3 men there? So he said, yeah. I told him, I want you to kick them in the ass. So
Girl, I'm gonna have to beat that out. Kids watch my show.
So he said, why? What happened? And when I said that to him, the doctor looked at the doctor. And the doctor said, don't pay her no attention. She don't know what she's saying. So he said, why do you want me to do that to them? I told him, because they hurt me. And he said, okay. So don't worry, it's going to be okay. And that I didn't even remember saying that to him, but he told me, and I didn't believe him. But then I asked Julia, and Julia said, well, Shuka, she was there. And she said, yeah. I said, I did. I told him, I said, how come the doctor didn't tell me I said that? I said, doctor, I'm not going to tell you that.
Because you're under the drugs. You're under the drugs. So then they took the tumor out, and then you went for like a year, right, of testing? Or was it 6 months of testing? You know how they test you often when they take
no,
these
but
things out?
what happened after I did that surgery to take out the tumor, I had to go do another surgery because they had to put a VP shunt in my head because my head was containing fluid and it was leaking out from top of the head.
Okay.
So they had to go to put a VP shunt and connect it into my stomach. So that's another surgery that I had to do.
That's right after that one.
Yeah.
But then after a while, the tumor came back. How long did that take?
No, the tumor didn't come back. The thing about it is that when they went to take out the tumor, they couldn't take out all of it.
So
They
they
took
couldn't
out
get the root.
90% of it because the other part was on the brain. And doctor said if they had messed with that I could have gone crazy or something
could have been
paralyzed.
disabled.
So they didn't. They only took out what they could have taken out. So after when everything was came out of the hospital and everything, because I had to do therapy because my foot used to be numb. My foot bottom used to be numb and everything, and I had to do therapy. And they told me I need to do radiation because the radiation is going to kill the root of whatever tumor that was left there, and then it won't let it grow no more.
And then they wanted to do like a gamma knife thing, but that wouldn't work because it was on the optical nerve, right? You would have been gone totally blind, rendered totally blind.
Yeah.
So after what point did your sight come back to where it is now?
I think it was like after the operation, because when I was staying with my dad before the operation, I told my dad they had a chandelier over their table, and like the house used to look dark to me. And I tell him, I said, well, you don't change those bulbs. I said, those bulbs are so
dull.
Like dull. He said, it's not the bulb, it's my eyes. I said, it's not my eyes. I said, those bulbs need to change.
So after the surgery, those
so after the surgery, and I came back home, they went back to his house. I said, oh, I see you change the bulb, huh? The place was brighter.
Isn't that something? I once was blind, but now I see.
Yeah.
So for anybody that's watching this video right now and you're going through something similar to this, or you know somebody going through something, let them know that God is still on the throne, people. Because look at her, healed. Healed. She can text. She can read, right?
Yeah.
Fine
Just that they
print.
have to use glasses.
And that's
you know?
regular.
Yeah.
To me, that's regular thing. All of us need glasses when we get older, right?
What used to give me problem is like a glass with
ice?
soda in there or water.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know it was there until my hand hit it. Then I knew it was there.
And like white pasta salad, white potato salad on a white plate.
Yeah.
I remember when we would serve her that at a barbecue, and I would say, you asked me for the pasta, why didn't you eat it? Or the potato salad, why didn't you eat it? She goes, I didn't see it. So she couldn't see like white on white.
Yeah.
It was like a color type thing,
I remember
right?
one time I was staying with Tracy at her house. I went there to visit her, and
That's my sister.
she gave me, I think it was macaroni. I don't know if it's macaroni or something, but there was something white on a white plate.
Maybe
And
it's
I
Alfredo.
and I ate everything except that. And she said, "You don't like the whatever the thing was." I said, "Where is it?" And she said, "It's right there in their plate." I said, "Oh, I didn't even know that was there."
So she couldn't see like ambrosia with all that white stuff in it, the cream and stuff like that. But now she can see.
Yeah.
It's been about 16 years since you went through this, and you're well, right?
Yeah.
Given all type of trouble.
I used to have to go every year for a checkup. They do an MRI to make sure that the tumor wasn't growing back. And the doctor said after 10 years, if it doesn't grow, it's not going to happen again. So I don't have to go
And we're
back.
going to keep speaking that. I will not come back. So how do you like my little mukbang setup?
That's nice.
Sitting right in front of the window. You see why the table has to be tall though?
Yeah.
Because you want to see us and not chop off our heads, and you want to see the food. You guys saw the food. It was good, but it's hot. Effie can't even eat it because it's hot. No, she's going to eat it. She had to tell us the story. So Effie, are you having fun on your visit?
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
She chilling. So
I'm still waiting for my jam roll though. I haven't got my jam roll yet.
I'll tell this house name have jam. It's like that kind of stuff we don't buy. Like when I buy jam, it's because I'm gonna make jam roll. Like I don't keep jam to just eat like on crackers or whatever. On one of the mukbangs, you know what I want to do? Soda biscuit, Vienna sausage, and Milo.
Milo?
That was our tea.
I haven't had Milo in a long time.
In Belize, we have tea dinner tea, right? So that was tea in the evening.
I used to like Ovaltine better than Milo.
I don't like the smell of that.
Oh, you don't like the smell? The Milo, all the things settle on the top.
That's what I love.
Oh, you
I like to chew it. The Ovaltine melts, right?
Yeah. But Kylie used to say, put a little bit of hot water in with the Milo and then it dissolves.
That messed it up for me.
Yeah,
When she did that, I didn't like that. I want it crunchy on the top. I love Milo. I want when Mario came here to show the show for Christmas. That's what the kids gave me as a gift was Milo, and the one lady on the, I think she was Filipino, one of the newscasters, and she was like, Milo, oh my God, what does she know about that? Because you know Filipinos eat basically the same things Belizeans eat, you know. So it's like, oh my goodness. So people going by, they're watching us through the window, guys.
Oh, they could see us.
Oh, a dragonfly with my, well, the curtains are drawn.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, Effie, thank you so much for sharing that wonderful story with us. Don't worry, she'll continue eating. She can't eat and talk, and the thing hot and spicy. And I loved it. It was a little bit too hot, people, but I don't know how to change it because the Szechuan sauce is hot to start with. Maybe I have to put less pepper in that. I don't know.
So. I think maybe I put 1 tablespoon instead of 2 of this
in here.
Yeah.
And I like the onion. I like everything about it. The cabbage was a good touch because the cabbage is sweet, and it took away some of the spice. And you see, I have the sugar because you guys know I don't drink and eat. Why? Because it aids with digestion when you don't drink and eat. You have to let your saliva do all the digesting, and don't drink until 30 minutes after you have eaten. All right? And then if you have stomach issues, make sure you eat papaya enzymes because those are the bomb.com. They taste good and they help your stomach. All right? I know all this because I had stomach issues for years because of the bad gallbladder that they took out last year, but I still continue all the practices that I was doing to not be doubled over in pain all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching the video. Say hello to Effie when this video is posted. Down in the comments below, say hi to her.
No nice comments now, no bad comments.
Give her a testimony as to what, you know, a miracle you've had, a healing, a cure, whatever. Share that story with us because we are encouraged by the testimonies, right? All right.
Bye.
Au revoir. Thanks for watching. If you're seeing me on Facebook, don't forget to follow and like the page and put me in your watch so that you can know when I upload another video. And if you're seeing me on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my uploads. Bye now.